if you're listening to this, you are the resistance. I just wanted to put another post up just to sort of say thank you to all the people that have contacted me recently. Had a lot of emails from people who've seen my first two videos and just wanted to sort of say, yeah, I like what you're saying, I agree, keep up the good work, that sort of thing. So first of all, thank you very much for that. And of course I am asking people for their feedback, so I'm wanting to get emails and contact from people to share their ideas and thoughts about what we can do. I also wanted to sort of maybe explain myself and just to sort of cover some comments from some people who I'm hoping haven't taken what I've said in a slightly different way than I intended. I'm not trying to sort of say that you've got to change what some people are doing and how they think. I mean, you have to take your own path and you have to have your own thoughts. All I'm saying is all of us together with different thoughts and different paths and different viewpoints of the world need to agree on certain things. And I don't know what those certain things are just yet, but certain base principles where as and when we're ready we can move in a coherent, concise direction together as a larger force to achieve whatever our end goal is. And all of us want to be free and to be left alone and to live our life the way we see fit. And if that's maybe our agenda that we agree on, then that's all we need. But I still see there's a lot of people that are divided and are looking in one particular direction and refusing to even look at other directions, which I think is a mistake. And again, I try to take my influence largely from Terence McKenna, who his whole career, if you like, and the many books he wrote and the many videos that are on YouTube and on the internet of him speaking, mainly is him talking about the need for new ideas and the need for us to create our own culture and not just to go along with whatever culture we're presented with. We need to create our own new culture that's better than the current society and the way of thinking and the way of doing things. You know, there needs to be a concise new revolution of ideas, and it's only then can we get into this sort of golden age. So basically what I'm sort of saying or trying to say is there's still a lot of people out there, and again, influenced by some videos I've seen recently, I think where a lot of people who either who are influenced with certainly in the UK the British Constitution group, which is a very, very good thing, and I know they had a large meeting recently. That's fine, and we need to talk about the British Constitution and the fact that we don't really have one. That's fine, but I know from the videos and some of the people I've met, not just that organisation, other things, that a lot of them sort of view the New World Order or people in power as, well, they're these rich people, and well, we don't like them, and yeah, it's not very good to aspire to be a millionaire. We want to live maybe a less commercial life with less trinkets and all that sort of thing, which I agree to a point. But I think the biggest thing we can do as a group, as a people, as population, is actually become financially independent. If we stopped borrowing money from the banks, if we stopped spending our money with the corporations and larger businesses owned by these groups and societies, if we started making more money, but money for ourselves in our own way, and spending that in ways we choose. Don't get a loan out to buy a new car, buy a second-hand car, or even if you want to buy a new car, buy it from cash because you've earned that cash. And there's lots of ways of doing that. I think a lot of us need to become a bit more aware of money and learn that money and earning even lots of money is not a bad thing. It's not a dirty word, because that, along with lots of other things, is a way to freedom. And obviously you have more choices if you have a bank account full of money as opposed to a bank account with no money. I think the other thing is, as I mentioned and touched upon before, food. You know, if I'm guilty of this, if we only buy food from supermarkets, then we are conditioned to buy whatever they see fit to sell us. And if, for whatever reason, there's suddenly no food on the shelves of Tesco's or Sainsbury's, well, what are we going to do then? And if food remains on the shelves, you know, we don't know really how good that food is and what's in the food. So I think becoming more financially independent and being independent of having a job, or independent of being in debt, because they love the population to be in debt, because that's another control, it's another bar in the prison cell. Not having to buy the food from the people that we are saying that, oh, we don't like, let's fight against them, but I don't have any alternative to buy other than to buy food from them, and other to buy debt from them, and a whole other range of things. You know, we can't say let's get rid of these people if we're dependent on them, because at the moment they are the suppliers of what most people, certainly in this country, survive on, whether it's debt, whether it's jobs, whether it's wages, whether it's food, whether it's infrastructure, energy. I mean, water, for example. You know, there's ways of gathering your own water from the moisture of the air. There's machines you can buy that you can produce your own water supply. So you're not dependent on turning on the tap, because what if they turn the taps off? What if the reservoirs run dry? What if, you know, whatever reason, or if the water supply even becomes poisoned? And of course, a lot of you might know about fluoride in the water and that sort of thing. Again, I think there's lots of areas where we could educate ourselves and each other about things we can do. And again, this is not an attack or a criticism to people who are more concerned with the spiritual side of the revolution, if you like, which I certainly agree with and I'm interested in. That is part of the bigger picture, and we've got to remain aware of that. But anyway, until next time.